He had the option to either play basketball or football. He had to make a tough choice, but many were wondering where exactly his career might take him. The answer is just 9 miles down the road at Schumann Stadium. Hunt electing to come play for Ball State and stay close to his friends and family. Ugin spent 3 weeks here at Ball Memorial Hospital in his first of 2 stays. 11 of those days were spent in the ICU. And if he walked a mere 10 feet to go to the bathroom or get a snack, it would leave him completely exhausted. The Indiana Bulls and Indiana Nitro are usually competitors on the diamond, but now they're teaming up with the Nitro's Logan Gellert, who's battling a rare form of childhood cancer. Each team wearing these shirts that read, "No one fights alone, #LoganStrong." After nearly 4 months with individual workouts, the defending 6A state champs are back on the practice field after COVID-19 called for an audible. 27-year-old Roosevelt Jones never pictured himself on the bench with a clipboard because he was too busy making magic here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. But now, 4 years after graduation, the student becomes the teacher. Back in March, the Ivy League Conference was the first to cancel NCAA March Madness. But now, with them canceling the entire 2020 season, it raises the question, are any of the major conferences going to be next?
Just finished. 5th trip. The front door. It was scary. Because we didn't know what happened.
September 3rd, 2020, the day Tony Ugin was hospitalized with COVID-19 and eventually going into intensive care.
They'd asked me the one thing nobody wants to hear, do you have a will? You know, and I don't want to say that I was near death, but I was in that range where it was a possibility.
And for his daughter living in Oregon, things made that much more difficult.
The scariest part of everything was when you start getting messages about, this is what I would want my funeral to be like. And that's when it was like, okay, this is very serious. You just keep playing back the last time you saw that person again. So I just kept thinking, the last time I saw my dad, like, is that going to be the last time that I see my dad?
Ugin spent 3 weeks here at Ball Memorial Hospital in his first of 2 stays. 11 of those days were spent in the ICU. And if he walked a mere 10 feet to go to the bathroom or get a snack, it would leave him completely exhausted.
I came to the conclusion of that I'm satisfied with what I've accomplished in life and came to the reality that, you know, I could die, didn't think I would, and I told my wife, I said, I'm not afraid of dying. I've accomplished what I needed to in my life.
But after weeks of isolation, Ugin doing what every patient wants to do, come back home.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And not stopping at that. The next step, going back to work.
We were very happy for him, but reserved in the sense we wanted to make sure he wasn't going to push himself too hard.
You think about life and whatnot and what you have, and you surely find out who really cares about you.
His family thrilled to have him back.
It's hard to even describe how much my dad means to me and how much he's given me and been there for me.
And next step, one of their favorite pastimes, going on family road trips together. In Hartford City, Blake Dollier, Newslink, Indiana.
Set, go!
From kickoff till the clock hits 0. Leaving a mark on Delta football, breaking several passing records, and holding over a 4.0 GPA.
I just try to impact the players that are around me, impact the community.
He's a guy that comes in, he does things the right way, on and off the field. He's a great guy that you can say, hey, this is an example of how to be a Delta football player.
Brady Hunt's journey may surprise you. He had the option to either play basketball or football. He had to make a tough choice, but many were wondering where exactly his career might take him. The answer is just 9 miles down the road at Schumann Stadium. Hunt electing to come play for Ball State and stay close to his friends and family.
Staying around home was a big part of my decision. The people around here, I love them all.
Love for the community and love from his parents and coach, who couldn't be happier that Hunt is staying home.
I'm so proud of him. You know, he's been really good at almost everything he's ever tried.
He's also got a heart for other people, and you know, he's the one kid that'll kind of ask me about my day, and not, you know, that's kind of unusual for most teenagers. They're really worried about themselves most of the time.
I'm just extremely proud of the human being that he is, because he's a guy that you could trust your kids with. You'd watch your kids, you wouldn't worry, you know. He's a guy that, you know, if my daughters were older, I'd let my daughters date him. And I don't know if you can say that about everyone.
And when Hunt arrives on campus, he's setting the bar high.
I definitely just want to get Ball State to a bowl game, help them win a MAC championship.
Ball State has yet to win either. But this hometown hero looking to be the first. In Muncie, Blake Dollier, Newslink, Indiana. Life changing on a dime.
At first, I really didn't want to believe it because, it's something that not everyone wants to hear. Someone you just saw 4 or 5 hours ago, just perfectly fine, not being here again.
I'll be honest with you, I think I'm still processing it all because it's kind of shocking.
His impact turning county foes into some of his best friends.
We just got to know each other through coaching initially, and then the more times we played each other, the closer it felt like we got. Sometimes I would look down there and see him, and we'd be a bad call either one way or the other, and we'd kind of just look at each other, shake our heads, or kind of laugh, which doesn't typically happen with coaches.
Sometimes players quit because they don't like their coaching, but with Ingles, he was able to talk players from quitting into major parts of the team.
Said I didn't want to play on Friday night, and he said come back tomorrow Saturday before our game and give me a final answer.
Inspired by Ingles, Garcia came back
And told me that he wanted me to stay the rest of the season, and whether I play next year or not is my decision, but he wants me to finish it out. He doesn't like quitters.
Coach reminding us that quitters never win and winners never quit.
As coaches, we typically go out on a loss. Most of us don't go out after we win a state championship. We lose somewhere along the line, and then we retire or we quit or move on or something. But our last game's typically a loss. Well, with COVID stopping the season last year, Coach Ingles' last game that he ever coached was a win.
Never giving up and leaving the arena of life a winner. In Muncie, Blake Dollier, Newslink, Indiana.
Let's go. Last year, the year before, I took it for granted. You don't think oh, we're just not going to be able to play football.
I was so excited Sunday night, I couldn't even sleep. When I was sitting and I had nothing to do, there was just I needed to get back out here, and it was just a crazy desire.
Excitement like never before brewing inside the Carmel locker room, even wanting to get back in the scorching summer heat.
I just see them wanting to come together, and we just have to look each other in the eye and feel together, but still stay apart.
After nearly 4 months with individual workouts, the defending 6A state champs are back on the practice field after COVID-19 called for an audible.
Sanitize your hands! We got to have our masks. I have mine in my pocket just in case I ever need it. We have a beach towel in case we want to wipe off, hand sanitizer, our own water.
High school football season is scheduled to start August 21st. If all goes according to plan, that leaves just 1 month to make up for lost time.
We're just going to have to flip that switch where it's no longer visualization and you're just expected to pick right up on that physical aspect of it. And so I think that's going to be the hardest part for a lot of people.
It's pedal to the metal while proceeding with caution.
We got to keep it simple and just try to take it day by day and really drill by drill so that we're ready for the next step.
If there's a season, the Greyhounds will have their eyes on the prize, becoming 2-time defending state champs. In Carmel, Blake Dollier, Wish TV, News 8. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Appointment television for the IU faithful this afternoon. The Hoosiers are ranked in the AP poll for the first time since 1994. Tom Allen's team hits the road for a matchup against number 9 Penn State. IU forces a 3-and-out to start, but special teams issues early on. It's ruled return man Whop Fillier touched the ball, and Penn State later turns it into a touchdown. Peyton Ramsey on target all day. Ty Freifogel, a career best, 131 yards passing, and this score, tie ball game in State College. Fourth quarter, Indiana down 10. Ramsey, 371 yards through the air, and this rushing touchdown, 3-point ball game. But Sean Clifford seals it with an 18-play drive late. 4th and goal, 1-yard sneak, 34-27 Penn State. Now to Notre Dame, the 16th ranked Fighting Irish playing in front of a non-sellout crowd for the first time since 1973. The Irish taking it out on 21st ranked Navy. Chase Claypool does not appreciate vacancy at Notre Dame Stadium. Claypool, 5 catches, 94 yards, and 3 touchdowns over the first 18 minutes of the game. Ian Book throws 4 passing touchdowns in the first half. Navy coughs up 3 early fumbles. Irish roll away over Navy 52-20. Now a quick check on the local teams. Number 2 Marion holding number 18 Siena Heights to just 1 score, taking the win 21-7. And then number 16 UIndy taking care of business, absolutely dominating Lake Erie, 70-6 the final in that shootout. Both teams now awaiting their playoff matchups. Moving to Colts football as we look forward to one final date in Lucas Oil Stadium this Sunday. The Colts face the 5-9 Panthers for their home finale. Carolina is expected to start rookie and third-round pick Will Greer over Kyle Allen tomorrow afternoon. So, the Colts defense hoping to take advantage of the rookie and stop their losing streak, but to do so, they'll also have to shut down the Panthers' ground game. They've got the 13th ranked rushing offense led by Christian McCaffrey, who's the third best back in the NFL. Meanwhile, the Colts offense hoping to tweak a few things themselves. Jacoby Brissett trying to get his rhythm back, and Marlon Mack inching closer to the 1,000-yard mark. He's less than 100 yards away.
To go out there and execute and show the fans what Colt football is. We haven't showed that of late, so we want to go out there and execute for the fans. They've stuck by us, and like you said, through the highs and the lows, they've been there. And a lot of fan bases won't do that, so we're going to go out there and try to play for them.
Get back to doing what we do, and concentrating on the task at hand, and using not these 2 weeks, but using this week, as a jump start for us.
It's always about pride, As a man, you want to win. As a competitor, you want to win, and this organization is all about winning, and that's something that we got to get back to.
Now to the NBA, the Pacers were trying to make it 4 straight with the Thunder in town tonight. The Pacers would put their 5th new starting lineup on the court in the last 10 games. Victor Oladipo cleared for full court practice today. He was in action with the Mad Ants before joining Miles Turner on the bench tonight. Second quarter, Malcolm Brogdon hanging out behind the arc. He sinks the triple. Pacers up by 9. Now in the third, Domantas Sabonis going inside, gets his own rebound, and settles for the layup. He's well on his way to his 5th straight double-double tonight. Then it's Doug McDermott, and that brings Bankers Life Fieldhouse to its feet. Pacers cruise to the win, 111-85. 4 straight wins, and Domas gets his 5th straight double-double. All right, that'll do it for sports. We'll see you tonight at 6. I'm Blake Dollier.